It's been 3 years since the genocide of the Yazidis, a Kurdish religious minority in Syria and Iraq. Yet the crisis is far from over, with the UN acknowledging that the genocide is ongoing. RT's Polly Boiko spoke to Yazidis who say the international community isn't doing much to help.
These were the images that shocked the world over 3 years ago. Thousands of Yazidis trapped on Mount Sinjar in northern Iraq. The media told the harrowing stories of the Yazidis' persecution at the hands of jihadists.
They shot them and then they cut their heads off.
We were overwhelmed by people trying to jump on board.
The crowd on board the helicopter burst into tears.
The United Nations has called ISIL's attempt to wipe out the religious minority group genocide.
The genocide is ongoing and remains largely unaddressed, despite the obligation of states party to the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide of 1948 to prevent and to punish the crime.
3 years on, the public's attention has shifted elsewhere, but the Yazidis' struggle continues.
The genocide is still ongoing. Our people have been suffering in camps for over 2 years. ISIL is still holding over 3,000 Yazidi people. Our area has been completely destroyed. Now, the Yazidi community cannot return home. We want the international community to support us in rebuilding our area and returning our people.
In 2014, Farida Abbas was a child living in a Yazidi village in northern Iraq. When ISIL attacked, they murdered her father and her brothers, and they took her and the rest of the women as prisoners.
Living under ISIL captivity was terrible. They separated mothers and children, raped young girls, and killed the men. I tried to escape twice, but after each attempt they caught me and beat me. The third time I succeeded and fled to the main highway. I went to the first house I saw and people there helped me.
But the minority group wants their cause back in the international eye, and for more action to be taken.
We haven't seen real actions from international community to rescue those who are still in ISIS captivity. There are villages and cities being liberated, but they are not able to go home.
With the caliphate of terror in Syria and Iraq on the verge of collapse, the end of its brutal reign could pose new challenges for the region. But the biggest concern for this minority group is that with no international attention or protection, will anyone even notice if they just become a collateral footnote in a victory over ISIL? Polly Boiko, RT, London.